Don't define the day, kiss to financial freedom, so I take now the gateway, answer to your prayer, so
we're back here. So the bumper breakfast business segment of the bumper breakfast begins this morning with Hantec markets. And as usual, I have joined me on the bumper breakfast table. Unfortunately, they didn't bring breakfast. They apparently expected me to bring to give them breakfast. I have Ugona James and Adegoye Gashitu back here from Hantec markets. Hi guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. This morning tea is making you go white hair. There's white hair. Good morning. Rebecca, how are you doing today?
Fine.
So as usual, everybody is going on I think this is a uniform. I usually won't join the club.
I think the earlier the better.
The earlier the better. No, joining the club I meant is joining the club of jacket wearing people, not Hantec market.
Oh.
I love my job. I love my job. All right, yeah, we've been talking about business for quite a while today, and coincidentally, our earlier guest who was speaking to me on telephone mentioned how really difficult it is for the average Nigerian due to the pandemic and the new normal to afford buying face masks of 700 naira every week, 100 naira per day. And whether we like it or not, it's the truth. The new normal truly has disrupted so much about our lives, and it's important for us as a people to just begin to look for alternative. Talk to me about Hantec markets and let our people know who you are.
Well, Hantec market, as we've always said, is a financial technology company, and we've been in business for 30 years. But based on what you just raised now in terms of how people can afford things, in this age, to be successful, the underlying principle of how to be successful has not changed. Whether we're in the digital age, we're in jet speed, people just believe that, okay, things are moving very fast, and the underlying principle of being focused, of reading, because the reading culture will make you to know more, you'll be more exposed, you'll be more informed. You have to practice the art that you have read, and you have to keep practicing. So when we are talking about a financial technology solution company, we provide a platform where people can trade. So the process of learning this thing still falls under the underlying principle of being focused. And I tell you, this is the best thing, as I will always say, that can happen to anybody who cares to listen and to learn.
The best thing that can happen to anybody. Unfortunately, they say if you want to deal with Nigerians, you want to hide information from people, keep it in a book. Now, you are planning to do a training. He's talking about learn it, read it, and then people are they're very averse towards reading. How do you ensure that this information, this knowledge that you're passing on, how do you ensure that it doesn't evade them? Because ordinarily, it's almost like you have to force it on them.
All right. Now that we're in the new normal, so it's no longer the pen and paper training. It's no longer the board training.
It's not the football. It's not the chalkboard
training.
Okay.
It's now the use of multimedia. So at least research has shown that multimedia, people learn faster with audio-visual display. So these trainings are online and they are being used from your phone. So far you have a gadget, an internet-enabled gadget that's connected to the internet, and you could see the teacher from the other side, and also you see the demonstrations of what it's doing, at least that will drive the cognitive reason to at least give it a shot. And they will say, where there's a will, there is always a way. So once you have that will that, okay, I would like to learn how I can make money from the online space, the sky is just a starting point.
You know, one thing just struck me while you were talking now. You said it's multimedia tools that are being employed. Unfortunately, we have quite a number of people who are talking right now about these things not being possible. You have a lot of people who have online training in their schools, and unfortunately, they are not, taking advantage of it. Their children are not going to school simply because they believe these things can't be effective. How do you think the adults can bind to it?
First of all, it still boils down to the willpower. And one thing is that we are an online financial company over the years, for 30 years. So we've been in this business, and this is what we do in and out. First of all, you must have an internet subscription on your phone. Once you have that, and every other thing, you can just plug into the training. So it is interactive. It's a training section.
Wow.
It's just the difference there is that you and the teacher are not there physically. You can ask questions, you can drop your questions, and people will revert back to you. And one good thing is that these trainings are recorded. So even though you could not catch up,
So like a movie.
yes, so you
Because
can
I'm
also
just-
get the recordings. So it's
And
not what you
always
do
go
and
back
go.
to it.
It stays with you.
You know, comes back to Adeboyega. We always talk about this new normal and training, learning. How effective really is this business? If I learn about it, if I commit myself to learning about it, how effective, how much will it transform my life?
It's a lifetime experience, and
Woke up to an eerie morning, no children playing, no sounds of greetings, one neighbor to another. Oh, it's quiet and gloomy. Please don't live here no more. No more.
Can't believe how much we've hurt each other. Can't believe the damage we've done. Brothers hurting brothers, neighbor harming neighbors.
Children grieving for their parents, hacked down before their time.
I can't go out. I don't know who to trust. Fear is just the other of the day.
Is this the way we want to live? Oh, with peace we don't have to grieve. When peace reigns, fear goes out the door. With peace we can work out our differences, put an end to all the hate. With peace we don't have to grieve. When peace reigns, fear goes out the door. With peace we can work out our differences, put an end to all the hate. Oh, I know you were hurt. The blow you've been down, so yeah.
It's deep like a knife, but we mustn't pay back in kind.
Don't define the day, keys to financial freedom, so
prayer so.
Hello, we're back here. Still Hantec moment. We're still talking business on the bumper breakfast. Apologies, we had to go on that break. But just before that break, I was speaking to Adiboyega here, and my question basically was this particular online training. If I will commit myself to doing it, if I will commit myself as an individual, if Nigerians commit themselves to doing it, what are the benefits that they can get from there? How do you think it will transform their lives in terms of Naira and Kobo?
Number one, when you are into this trading,
Yes.
your return on investment is not dependent on the third party.
Okay.
So that means your destiny lies in your hand.
Okay.
And because of that, there is this inner confidence
Okay.
that you get when you work for something and you earn from it. So if you are able to do that day one, day two, and it starts growing. Now, to become a master in a thing, you must have spent like on the average of 100,000 hours.
Okay.
So that means it's a lifetime experience. It's not something that jumps on one. You have
It's
to
something that you
keep
commit to.
You commit to, be very focused, and then you keep improving. So I tell you, in Naira and Kobo, this depends on initial capital. We have initial capital of $100. We have an initial capital of $5,000. We have initial capital of even 50,000. So depending on your initial capital,
So $100 between 40,000 and
that will now
people can start with their $50.
for me, I advise professionally, if you want to start, even $250. If you want to start and understand and get marginal returns that will make sense to you, you start with $250. And that's close to like 100,000, right? That's the best way to run it.
To run the business. And now, I said in terms of Naira and Kobo, because I wanted people to be able to measure. So peradventure, let's assume that I sell bread, and I put my 100,000 Naira into bread sales. I already know that I'm going to make 10 Naira on every 100 Naira bread that I sell, which is 10 Naira times 10 times 100, right?
Good.
So 10 times 10 will give me 100, and 100 times 100 will give me 10,000 Naira. So
Good.
basically what it means is I'm going to make 10,000 on my 100,000.
Yeah, I love this analysis because this is a money market. This is electronic market, and we still have the traditional assets. Now, money market is money market, whether it's traditional or electronic.
Okay.
So we have to look at it from that perspective.
Okay.
What is treasury bill giving us? What is fixed deposit giving us? Because these are traditional assets. What are mutual funds giving us? These are traditional assets. Now, if we look at the electronic market, it gives us far better returns than all these things, because we know, and it's a public knowledge, the return on investment of all the traditional assets. So if we're looking at the electronic market, then we're looking at maybe times 5, times 6, or even times 10 of what the traditional market is giving us. And because you're doing it by yourself, it makes a lot of sense.
It means that you are in charge.
You are in charge.
You know when you can pull out, you know when you can stop.
Exactly.
Amazing. All right, let's talk about the numbers to call for people who would want to take advantage of this training in quick succession. What's the number they need?
Just your name to this number showing on the screen, 0805 690 5612. Once again, I'll take it. Your name to this number, 0805 690 5612.
I know you have some social media handles, and do you share pictures of your training on those handles?
Yes, even the training links I also shared on these social media handles.
Okay.
Just Instagram and Twitter, Hantec_Africa.
Just that simple. Hantec_Africa. So that's HANTEC_Africa on Twitter and on Instagram. For those who like to watch videos. Right, videos. I think we should turn everything education now in Nigeria to a video. Our children love to watch cartoon. Our mothers love to watch Z World and the rest of it, and Telemundo. And then Hantec is giving us free videos again for us to watch to just get financially free. Thanks, guys, for coming again on the number. The number to call is right there on the screen. You want to take that?
Yes, just your name to the number showing on the screen, 0805 690-5612.
That's 0056905612. Send your messages to that number. Very simple, just the name you say.
Just the name.
Just the name to the number on the screen if you want to take advantage of the stream. Remember, they're not asking you for money. They're not asking you to bring them your money or anything. Just come get trained to become who you desire to be. Leave your comfort zone and just take a step further by learning. Nothing else. Just send your name to that number and you will get to learn. We'll put the number right there again, 0056905612 is the number. Thanks so much, Hantec, for being here with me this morning.
Thank you very much.
Coming up next on the Bumper Breakfast, of course, is our business segment. DRS Kenny Adiaga joins us from the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And Kenny will be sharing with us what exactly has been happening in the stock market for today. I love the fact that we've been talking about the virtual market. Now we're talking about the physical market. For a lot of people who are interested in shares and the rest of it, Kenny brings you the report as to what has happened in the last couple of days, and of course what you should watch out for as you begin to move towards the next couple of days. Hello, Kenny. Good morning. How are you again?
I'm fine. Good morning, Toast Nation.
All right. So give it to us.